Anyway.
Well, speaking of performers and people in music and whatnot.
Sure.
A Japanese girl band member is ordered to pay damages for going to a hotel room with a male fan.
Damages?
Damages.
For what she did.
A 17-year-old former member of a Japanese girl band or idol group, as they are called in the country, was found to be in breach of a quote-unquote no dating clause in her contract in order to pay $5,400, that is 650,000 yen, by the Tokyo District Court.
Who was this contract with?
Well, listen, the clause prohibited dating was necessary to get the support of male fans, said Judge Akitomo Kojimiya.
I liked him in the OJ trial.
Right. In his ruling, adding, the revelation of an idol's relationship damages their image. So basically, if a chick in a chick band, a girl band, is perceived to be involved in a relationship,
right,
they lose their the male fans who might subscribe to their music,
right,
would be less interested, because it's like, well, I could get that girl. Oh, well, she's got a boyfriend. Oh, fuck that.
Oh, so I'm not going to go listen to them anymore.
Yeah, but more or less. That's more or less what it boils down to.
What year is this? 60 what? 67, 68?
It's 2015, my friend.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
Are they on the same year? Or is there a time warp between us and Japan?
I don't know.
What the hell?
Contracts forbidding romantic engagements are standard for members of Japan's idol groups. But this is understood to be the first time a management company has successfully sued for damages.
What does that mean, bidding? So you can bid to be a date?
No, the contract's forbidding.
Oh, forbidding.
Forbidding, not bidding.
Forbidding.
Yeah. It's
what
like,
are they bidding on?
if you're a pop idol star, you can't have a woman or a girlfriend or whatever. This kind of goes back to the Beatles,
right?
Because the Beatles were supposed to represent the idol boy,
right?
And I think John Lennon, being married to Cynthia Lennon, who passed away not long ago,
right?
He couldn't really be portrayed as being married,
right?
He had to be like available.
Yeah. Well, look, they portrayed Paul as being alive for years.
True. But that's the whole thing. It's people have interest only if they think that they're gettable.
Oh, is that?
Well, that's the whole thing. It's just like, well, take like Mila Kunis for example.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, she's a hot piece of ass.
Well, you ain't lying.
Okay. But now
she used to be, but I can't get her anymore. So
right, because she's with Ashton Kutcher now. And she's banged out one of his kids.
Right.
Okay. So now she's not so desirable anymore.
That's a bold-faced lie.
You know what I mean?
Dude, I would fuck her after birth.
Well, of course you would. But my point is that if you had this fantasy of some kind, that she was available,
right,
I could get her. but now because you're not a vapid guy,
right?
For the most part, anyway.
Yeah, for the most part,
you're not thinking, "Fuck Ashton Kutcher, I could get her."
Right.
No, you're thinking, okay, well, that's used goods.
Right.
Fuck that. I'm not thinking about, thinking I could get her.
Right.
But this is how Japanese, this whole thing works. It's just like, I could get that chick. So the 6-member group signed its contract in March of 2013 and debuted in July of that year.
Yeah.
After reports surfaced that the one member who would have been 15 at the time, I think I'm going to go back with Bob Leather here in some Asians communities. 21 is an old lady. Went to a hotel with two male fans.
Right.
The group was disbanded in October of 2013. So from March of 13 to October 13, that's when this group had their most popularity.
That's like no time.
I know. So we got March, April, May, June, July, August, September. So basically 6 or 7 months.
Right.
So this group, whoever this was, they were over in 6 months. So this management group who more or less assembled them, kind of like the Spice Girls.
Okay.
Because, the Spice Girls were not like a naturally formed group. It was like a group that was put together by a record label.
Right, sure.
And they marketed them as like this hot chick group. They just decided that, okay, well, this is over. 7 months later, people aren't into this.
Moving on.
Yeah. We'll find the next hot group.
Nice.
The management company claimed damages of $42,375.
Did they even earn that much in 7 months?
Well, that's 5.1 million yen.
Okay.
From the girl group and her parents to compensate for the money it had spent on the group.
Wow.
Her parents would have had to sign the contract because she is a minor.
Okay.
But the fact that a minor went to a hotel with two men doesn't appear to have been a cause of concern for the management or the proceeding judge. So this chick, this girl,
right,
part of this girl group,
right,
15 years old, goes back to the hotel with two dudes.
Wow.
And they're just like, this just ruined our whole image.
Well, it did with a goer like that.
Right. Neither the group nor the management company was named in the court report, but online sleuths have deducted from the timeline that it was almost certainly an outfit called Doki Doki.
Doki Doki got busted for this?
That is D-O-K-I, D-O-K-I.
Okay.
Doki Doki.
Damn, and I was such a big fan.
A Japanese omnipoeic term, I don't know what that means, for a heart beating fast with excitement.
That's the name of the band, Doki Doki?
Doki Doki. D-O-K-I, D-O-K-I.
Not finding them.
Meaning heart beating fast.
Wow.
That was managed by Spiral Music. Doki Doki.
Doki Doki. I see Doki Doki Universe. Is that them?
I don't know the answer.
Let's hear what they sound like.
Hey,
that's not it. Doki Doki. I don't see it.
Well, they only lasted 5 or 6 months.
Oh, here they are. It's all in this. Yikes. What is wrong with the Japanese?
I don't know.
Look at this video. I'm going to send to you. You got to look at this. There's no way this would ever be popular here in the States.
Well, it's not here in the States.
But can cultures be that different?
I don't know the answer because I've never been to Japan, so I don't know.
I've been to Japan, and it's a different place, but this shit looks like something you would have watched in 1963.
Well, again, The extremely lucrative idol business in Japan relies heavily on the fantasy of the availability of the girl next door type members of the groups.
Oh, boy.
Many of whom are minors. So I'm going to have to go with the Bob Leather thing. Seems to know what he's talking about.
Oh, they're a bunch of old ladies over there.
Well, if you're older than 15.
That's right. Well, she's
an
15. So does that make her middle-aged?
Well, but the thing is, he was making comparison to going out with Taylor, who's 21.
Right.
That she's old by that standard.
Well, she is. Grandma.
Despite being marketed as sex symbols.
Yeah.
Often dressed provocatively. Sometimes in school uniform-like outfits.
Mm-hmm.
The girls are expected to maintain an aura of innocence and purity.
Jesus Christ. Meanwhile, she's being London bridged in the fucking hotel room.
That's the whole thing. That's why this whole thing came apart, is because she went to a hotel room with two of her male fans.
Yeah, but doesn't that make her hotter?
Well, the thing is she's been had.
Yeah.
So I don't want her now.
It's time anyway.
Well, you don't know how the Japanese culture works.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I mean, do guys still want that? Is that really a bragging right in 2015?
I don't know that answer.
Man, I fucked it. I got a virgin. Yeah.
Last year, two members of a girl band, AOYAMA. I don't know what that. How do you say that?
I'm gonna say okay. Baby metal.
Aomame.
Yeah, baby metal.
Let's see. Aomame Hachimech High School were sued for dating fans and expelled from the group.
Ugh, horrors.
Along with the named members and their parents and guardians management company, Moving Factor also named in the suit the two men who had relations with the young women.
What, they're in trouble?
Yeah, they're in trouble because they fucked one of the band members.
That's against the law too?
Apparently that's actionable.
Did they sign a contract?
No.
Problem.
So they ruined their business.
Yeah, but they weren't in business.
Apparently not.
I don't understand.
They have betrayed the members of the group and all their fans. We cannot forgive this, said the company in its statement on the lawsuit, which has yet to be settled.
Right.
So basically, if you're a pop star of some kind and you involve yourself into any kind of relationship,
yeah,
be it a one-night stand or whatever,
mm-hmm.
you're tainted now.
They need to come here. They could be whores.
Sure.
It's perfectly okay here.
In previous cases, mostly involving female starlets, the offending members have been forced to leave the group or publicly apologize in one incident. Right. In Minamami Minagashi of Idol Superstar Group AKB48.
Oh.
Look that one up. AKB
on YouTube?
48. I don't know where it would be. It's the letters A, letter K, letter B, the numbers 4 and 8.
There's a lot of those. Let's see what that is. Okay, I'm looking there.
Shaved their head, a traditional act of contrition in Japan, after it was revealed she had spent the night with a boy band member.
Uh-oh. I don't see any bald ones, though.
Japanese male idol groups or boy bands haven't been immune from the controlling tendencies of their management companies either.
Dude, they make these girls work. AKB48 group live at the Nippon Budokan 2013. Guess how long the video is?
I have no idea.
3 hours and 12 minutes.
Really?
God damn. That's a show.
Wow.
All these videos. Here's another one, live at the Tokyo Dome, 1:51, and live at the Tokyo Dome, 2 hours 54. God, they're working these bitches to death.
Sure.
Probably paying them a nickel an hour.
Yeah, they have a work ethic over there.
I guess. Probably make them build iPads when they're off stage.
So the male groups are not immune either.
No, I guess not.
Jin Akanishi, Akanishi, was temporarily blackballed by his all-powerful agency, Johnny and Associates, for marrying fellow singer and actress Miyasa Kurokyo in 2012 before reporting it to the company.
You want to hear some of Jin's music?
Sure, let's listen.
I can't take that.
That's what passes for music?
That's the good stuff there. That's the official video.
All right.
From Jin Akanishi. The same guy? Akanishi?
Yeah. So apparently in Japan,
yes,
if you're part of a girl or boy group, can't have any kind of involvement with another person of the opposite sex because it diminishes your appeal.
Then why in the world would you join one of these bands?
Well, it's for the monetary gain, that nickel an hour.
Yeah. Reason you get into a band to get laid?
Well, it is, but when you're a promoter or a management group that invests their money, you expect some kind of return on your investment.
Right.
And so that means you need to remain available.
You got to be pure.
Yeah. You got to remain available, and it makes your fans think, hey, I could get that chick. She's not involved. She doesn't have a boyfriend.
She's waiting for me.
Yeah, she's not being banged.
Right. And look, she didn't shave her head. She's ready.
Right.
Oh, boy.
So that's the whole perception over there in Japan, is that they're gettable.
Yes.
But if you look as if you're not gettable, then your appeal is gone.
I wonder how many bands have fallen apart because of this. Probably a lot, don't you think?
Yeah, I think they probably, find the next hot group, and then they promote them, and, when things don't work out, then they move on to the next thing.
Right. Wow. This AKB, I'm just looking at this picture that somebody put in the chat room, Nathan. Look at how many people are in this band.
I see that.
Whatever. What the fucking 6, 12? The fuck are they? Slipknot?
Well, the whole idea there is to make them available women.
Yeah. Which one of those looks like they're of age to fuck?
Well, they all look like teenagers.
Yeah, they all look like they're about 10.
Yeah. Well, that's the whole thing. That's where Bob Leather was coming from, that in Chinatown, 21 years old is an old lady.
Yeah, well, according to this picture, it is.
Yeah.
These girls do not look, seriously, there's not one of them looks more than 15 years old.
Well, see, there you go. Bob Leather has his finger on the pulse of what's really going on out there.
He's our foreign correspondent.
He is. He really knows what's happening.
That's right.
So fuck you, Chris Aiken.
I guess.
You need to take a trip down to Chinatown, because 21 years old is an old lady.
And think I lived in the Orient for a while, and I didn't know this. I lived there for 2.5 years and never discovered this.
Exactly.
Jeez.
So there you go. Bob all-knowing.
Bob is the shit.
Yes. Isn't that funny how these themes all seem to tie together?
This show tonight all just sort of fell together.
It did. It's sort of like one thing led to another.
Yep. And it was, with all the prep work we do.
Sure.
all 0 minutes of it today. Considering I was literally booting and turning on my computer and shit at showtime.
It just all works out.
Yep. God, this went fast, though.
It did. It's over already. Can you believe it?
No, that's crazy. Time because I have to get up early and get out.
That's okay. We're 6 minutes away from the end of the show.
All right. Well, play music.
So now you understand the Japanese culture.
I do. I'm cultured in the language of love in Japan.
Right.